National Smile Month product per day with Growing Smiles. Today we're going to look at a product that is synonymous with interdental cleaning, the TP interdental brushes. Now, TP interdental brushes, again, we're going to look at the who, what, where, when and why. They come in a range of sizes, but who might use interdental brushes? Well, when you brush your teeth, you reach about 60 to 70% of the tooth surfaces with a toothbrush. So that means 30 to 40% of the tooth surfaces aren't getting cleaned. And those surfaces are the ones in between your teeth. Now, does everybody need to clean in between their teeth? Well, from an oral hygiene point of view and cleanliness, absolutely yes. From a health point of view, it depends on if you're at risk of interdental, maybe decay in between your teeth, and certainly gum disease. And anybody who's ever seen a hygienist or a therapist or a gum specialist, periodontist, no doubt will have been recommended to use some form of interdental brush, and quite likely it's been a TP brush. So as I say, they improve oral hygiene. They also improve fresh breath, because a lot of the bacteria left in between your teeth and that plaque biofilm breaks down, and it can certainly promote bad taste and bad breath. So interdental cleaning, if you're looking for fresh breath, cleanliness, total must. Gum health, absolutely, because that triangular shaped bit of gum in between your teeth is very high risk of becoming inflamed. You may find initially that your gums bleed. What you've got to remember is healthy gums don't bleed. So while it's bleeding initially when you first start cleaning in between your teeth, the more regularly you do it, the more effective it will become, and the healthier the gum tissue will get, and you'll probably find that should stop within 2 or 3 weeks. And if it's not, that's when you certainly want to seek advice from a dental professional. So what actually are TP interdental brushes? Well, they're basically like a bottle brush. So if you look at this bottle brush, you can see that what it does is when you compress into that top of the neck of that glass, you can see it actually compresses and cleans the side of the glass. Well, TP interdental brushes do exactly the same thing. They compress into the space in between your teeth and actually clean that surface in between your teeth. Now, Three variations of the TP interdental brushes are available. You've got your regular, your original, which are 9 sizes, and these are the brightly coloured TPs, and they go from pink right through to grey and black, which is even bigger again. You've got extra soft, TP extra soft, softer filaments, initially recommended for people who've had surgery or very sensitive gums. I find a lot of people actually prefer the extra soft. Downside is they do only come in 6 sizes. And then you've got the TP angled. Now the TP angled brush has been designed to make it more accessible to surfaces that are hard to reach, so particularly towards the back of your mouth, which sometimes it can be difficult to get back here with your standard TP. Now, always important to remember that these come with a little cap, so it can double up as a cap or it can extend the handle, and that can be very useful to reach to the back. And sometimes just by curling it gently around your finger, your thumb, that can allow you better access to the back of the mouth. You can see here just how that will go in and out from there, and then you can get in and out. Now, how do you actually use these? You want to use them underneath where the 2 teeth are in contact. So you put it in underneath the 2 teeth are in contact, and actually in and out 4 or 5 times. And size really does matter with these. What you always want to do is use the biggest size that will fit comfortably, and don't force it where it won't go. And don't get bogged down with trying to come from the outside in. Often it's easier to come from either the tongue side or the roof of your mouth. So if you can imagine, if I cheat and pretend that's the palate, you can find that that's an awful lot easier to get in there. When you start using them, always recommend watching what you're doing in the mirror. The other place that they're very handy for is these areas of what colorification. So where you've had gum disease and your gums have shrunk back and the bony support has been lost around the tooth and exposed the root surfaces and where the 2 roots join at the crown of the teeth, because they will become a plaque biofilm retentive area. So it's very important to clean in between those as well. So always use the largest one. You can use them around implants and orthodontic appliances, because these TP brushes are all plastic coated, 4 or 5 times in between each space. And you may well find that you end up with 3 or 4 different sizes. Generally speaking, we'd recommend you use them before you brush your teeth. Use them dry, unless you've been advised differently by your dental professional. That'll be for a very specific reason. And you can keep using them, rinse them out afterwards, and let them dry to reuse until they get kinked and bent and the bristles wear out. So you can see there's some nice little stands for keeping your TP interdental brushes at home, and there's a lovely little travel case also, which makes it really handy for your bag or your suitcase when you're travelling. I often suggest to people who can't get round to or can't be bothered brushing and cleaning in between their teeth last thing at night to do it at a different time of the day. Take your interdental brushes to work in a case and do them at lunchtime if that's what's going to work. It's more important that it's happening every single day. So why would you want to use them? Well, bottom line is toothbrushing alone is not going to be enough for anybody who's at risk of tooth decay and certainly gum disease. And certainly fresh breath. So you've got to clean those other 30 to 40% of surfaces. So just think of the food stuck back in the back of the fridge that's been ignored for a couple of weeks and what happens to it. Then imagine what is going on in your mouth when food and bacteria has been left in between your teeth for weeks on end. I think I rest my case. So there you go, TP interdental brushes, National Smile Month's product per day with Growing Smiles.